Wow, that's a lot of information. Now, let's talk about customer gathering. Let's talk about going back to the basics and gathering customers because you know what? No one else offers this lineup: electricity, autosave, smart thermostats, community solar, and home battery. No one else in America or anywhere for that matter offers these services, this lineup. And so we are a unicorn in the industry. It's why we're getting all these accolades and getting recognition, why we're in the growth index with the direct selling news. It's why Energy Well Think Plus is a $150 million company in its third year of business. Go find a company that's done that. There's very few companies that have ever done that. So immediately get certified in your web office. How do you do it? You go to the web office, you go to certification and trainings, and you click on go to training. Then you're going to go right there, the one that's right at the bottom. You do the Think Plus Energy Advisor certification. Once you're done doing that, it takes about 20 or 30 minutes. You will be finished with, you'll be able to enroll customers in all states except for 4. All of our states except for 4. Just by doing that. You don't need to get a background check or anything. You're done. Then, so certification is required to activate your customer enrollment site. In Illinois and Maryland, it requires additional certification course. Okay. And then in the states of Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, and Maryland, you also have to do the background check to be able to enroll customers there. And in Connecticut, you have to do the live Zoom certification to be able to enroll customers there. But other than those states, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, and Maryland, just by doing the Think Energy certification, you're open for business in all those states outside of those 4. Now, here's the other thing. Somebody asked, can I enroll a new advisor? If I join as an advisor right now and I haven't done the certification, can I just enroll a new advisor, or do I need to get certified in order to enroll in a new advisor? You don't need to be certified to enroll a new advisor. So like if you have guests, we did a grand opening. I did a grand opening on Thursday night. There were a bunch of people. One guest invited another guest who invited another guest, and they all wanted to join at the same time. They can. Just 1, 2, 3, all in a row, no certification required. We're not going to slow you down to build your team. The goal with customers is to get paid in the first 72 hours. So become your own first customer. That's a no-brainer. And then make a short list of people you know, love, and trust, and ask them to support your new business. That's really all you're doing. Okay, that's it. You're going to get paid if you become your own first customer, you get paid on yourself, for your own customer. Now, when you get paid, you're proving that it works. When someone asks you, does it work? You're going to say, yeah, does it work? Of course it does. Or somebody says, well, that won't work. Well, too late. It already did. I already got paid. I love that. Get paid, prove that it works. You now have a story to tell prospective customers and advisors. What if you went out and got 5 customers in any state? You're making at least $20 a customer. You're making up to $600 a customer if you include the state of Texas. So imagine saying this: hey, I joined this business. I invested in my own business and got certified as an energy advisor for $59. And in a week, I brought in 5 customers and I made $600 in Texas. What a great story. Then you just go tell that story forever. That's all you do. Would you like to see how I did it? Would you like to see how I turned $59 into $200, $59 into $600 in a week? Would you like to see how I did that? Of course they would. That's your story. Now you want to focus on getting your first promotion, because one of the things that you have to do in order to get promoted in the business is you have to gather some personal customers. You need 5 to reach regional energy advisor, 6 to reach senior energy advisor, and 8 to reach director. So you have to go and get personal customers. Your team could go out and get 1,000 customers, but you're never going to reach regional energy advisor unless you go get 5 yourself. So step 1 is ask for help or a favor. Somebody said, well, I don't like to ask for a favor. Then ask for help. I need your assistance. I need your help. Hey, I need you to do something for me. Here's the help method. It sounds very simple. Hey, Mom, I need your help. And it's really important to me. Do you have a few minutes? Perfect way to open it up. Sure, Mom's going to say, sure, what's up? And then you just tell her, hey, you go into your whole, I became a certified energy advisor. I can help you on your electricity bill. Go grab a copy of your bill. Great. Favor method. Hey, Dad or friend or neighbor, I need a favor. if I can save you some money, it's not going to cost you anything or inconvenience you. And it would be really important to me. Would you do me a favor? See, I love that one. I love to say, because that's when I called my dad. He's the first person that I called. I said, hey, Dad, I need a favor. And you know what I said to him? I added, you can do, don't be a robot, okay? This is just a guideline, but it works. But I added my own little flair in there. I said, hey, Dad, I need a favor. He said, well, what is it? Like suspicious, right? What is it? And I said, well, here's the thing. I'm not asking you for any money and I'm not asking for your time. And he was like, oh, really? Well, then what's the favor? And then I just said, hey, if I could save you a little bit of money, it's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to inconvenience you. And it would be really important to me. Would you do me a favor? And I waited to get a yes. I waited for him to answer. I didn't talk to him anything about electricity or anything. I just stated this. I asked for help. Okay. So when you're doing it with community solar, pretty simple. Hi, friend, are you currently taking advantage of that free state-sponsored discount on your electric bill? Go grab a copy of your bill. Let's see what you qualify for and get you signed up. It only takes a minute. It's a 5 to 30% discount. Great. You can do that with community solar. Here's the alternate certified energy advisor method. I like this method too. Some people like because, hey, you got certified, you got a certificate. Why not show that? Share it. Tell people. Hey, friend, I just finished my training course and I'm now a certified energy advisor. I'm now authorized in the state of wherever and 15 other states or 16 other states to save people money on their electric bill. Would you let me do a free analysis for you to see if I can save you some money? Great. That one sounds really good. Love it. Step 2 is get the yes. Get the thumbs up, by asking for help or asking for a favor. You can go into it further if you want, but I like to get the yes first. Don't say anything else or do anything until you get a yes to helping you or doing a favor. Why not? If they offer any resistance, then just repeat your request. Okay, just go over the benefits that you just talked about, the thing that you said. As I said, it won't cost you anything. It's not going to inconvenience you. It'll save you some money, and it means a lot to me. So will you help me out? You're just restating your ask calmly, very simple. A lot of times that's all it takes to get somebody to say, sure, what is it? What do I need to do? Well, go grab a copy of your electric bill. After you get the yes, then you tell them, hey, I started a business. I'm in the energy sector. I'm a certified energy advisor. Pause for a moment right there. Why? Because they might ask you, well, how did you do that? Or are you making money doing that? See, if they show possible interest, then you need to tell them. Your potential customer might be asking you to tell them more about your business, and you have to recognize that and transition from asking them to be your customer to having them take a look at a video and become a potential business partner. So that's step 3. Step 4 is tell them your why. Add your why in there. Talk about the things that you want and what this is doing for you and what it means to you, because they may sit there and say, wow, that's amazing. You're doing this part-time so you can spend more time with your family. Somebody will be like, man, I'm really jammed up with my time. I'd love to have more time with my family. See, they might want some of the things that you want, or they may have something else that they want, and they might say, well, I might be able to do that. So if they show any interest because of your why, again, don't have them sign up as a customer. Let them see the opportunity because they can be their own customer. And if not, the fallback position is they can be your customer. So pretty simple. And then step 5 is help them sign up. Look, don't just send somebody a link and then say, hey, just sign up. Okay. Do not, and you can't enroll for them. You're going to walk them through the enrollment process. We're not allowed to enroll the customer for them and hit submit at the end. We're not allowed. Okay. We walk them through it. They hit submit. Now they can use any device they want to sign up, but they have to be the one signing up, right? So as Think Plus Energy Advisors, we're not allowed to complete the enrollment for customers. Very important. Explain that they will receive a confirmation or email or text that they must click to finish enrollment, except in some community solar markets. But pretty much across the board, they need to click to finish the enrollment. Customers age 75 and over, they may receive a phone call, verification call from Think as a fraud protection feature for seniors. And that's what you say. It's a fraud protection feature for seniors. They're going to call if you're 75 or over. And then step 6 is send them a thank you card. Like, your customers are loyal customers because of the relationship with you. So send them a handwritten thank you card. And why is that? Because here's why. Because people rarely receive, when's the last time you got a handwritten thank you card in the mail? It stands out from you. It stands out in the crowd. That's what you do. And ask for referrals. That's a no-brainer. Especially, after they become a customer and it was simple and they're getting a discount on their bill, you should be calling them up, asking, what do you think of the service? Great. Who can I help? Who else can I help? Who can I bless with this savings? Remind them that there's no cost to being a customer, that you're not, again, I'm not asking people for money. I'm just looking to help people. And then send them the QR code. Have them go to the QR code and share their Think Energy experience. And if you're a customer, share your own Think Energy experience by going to the QR code, scan that QR code, and put a real review from a real person. Like, if you're a customer, put a real review in. That's how it works. Like, you're an energy advisor and you're a customer. You're qualified to put a customer review in. So go do that. Our reviews are great on Trustpilot. It's amazing. So some things to know when gathering customers, people that you do business with, like your barber, your hairstylist, your restaurant owner, your insurance agent, your landscaper, your person that cleans your house, whatever, your car mechanic, people who you do business with, you have clout with them. So when you ask them, do you do business with people who do business with you? If you ask them that question, and if your barber won't be your customer for free, but you're being their customer for money, then there's something wrong with that scenario, and you should point that out and say to them, well, listen, should I go get maybe I should go get a new barber. Should go check out the barber down the road. You have clout with your customers. Don't be mean about it, but just point it out. It's just one hand washes the other in life, right? So if you don't get the desired result within 1 to 3 attempts, like I like to say after 1, okay? If you don't get the desired result after your first one or second one or third one, definitely not more than 3. Then just stop right there. There's something you're not saying. There's something going on there's something you need to tweak or something you need to take out or add so that you can have the result that you want. We already know how to do this. Your up team knows how to do it. Get in touch with your sponsor, your sponsor's sponsor. Get them on a 3-way call if needed. That's another way to do it as well. So know your customer enrollment site. It's get.thinkenergy.com/your username. And it's residential and small commercial fixed electricity customers up to 500,000 kilowatt hours a year. With autosave, it's residential and small commercial that are non-demand meters up to 100,000 kilowatt hours per year. And with community solar, residential, there's no cap. And small commercial, non-demand in some markets, there's no cap. Product comparison guide for you is on Think Success in your web office. It gives you a state-by-state list of offerings like community solar, electricity, fixed rates, autosave, whatever it is, the discounts, how much, what is the rate, what's the discount for community solar, is it dual billing or consolidated billing? All of that is on the product comparison guide. And then if you have customers that are larger, you can submit them through the commercial form in your web office to get a customized quote potentially for custom pricing. So that should say custom space pricing. There we go. All right. I'm one of those people, right? Sorry, guys. I have to start the whole thing all over again. No, I'm kidding. Oh, look I almost did. I hit the wrong button. So yes, to make sure you're doing that with your customers, right? Make sure you're doing that with all of your customers, and that are above the threshold. Put them in, see what you can get. That's how it works. Educate your customers with the shareable flyers that are in BAM. All the flyers are in BAM. Somebody asked me yesterday as well, where's the Texas flyer? It is being worked on right now, just so you know. We don't have a Texas electricity flyer in there right now, but it is coming. So, and in Spanish and English. Inform your customers using the shareable videos in your BAM app. That's another great way to share information with the customer if they start asking questions. Have them check it out. No problem there. Gathering autosave customers, I mean, show them the 1-minute autosave video and the flyer. Make sure that they cancel their third-party supplier when they're signing up for autosave. They need to end that relationship and go back to the utility company. I mean, can they spread it? Yeah, if they're monitoring themselves and they're canceling right at the end, if they want to keep that rate or whatever with their third-party supplier, but that's on the customer. We advise our customers to cancel their third-party supplier when they're signing up for autosave, and use those 4 bullet points to reinforce why they should try it with autosave. Okay, guaranteed savings when your supply is with Think Energy. Never need to pay more than, you're never going to pay more than the utility, guaranteed. You never need to renew. And you can cancel anytime, there's no fees. And also, take a moment and read the autosave FAQ on Think Success in the web office. Go read it. It's great. And we also have a weekly training in your BAM app that was just done in the last couple weeks. And it goes over autosave everything from top to bottom. We have a diverse suite of product options in the state of Texas, right? We have short-term plans, we have long-term plans, we have the $10 a month bill credit with Think Smart for connecting a smart thermostat, so that's more guaranteed savings. We have a $100 cash gift card available to customers after 6 months of using some electricity and paying their electric bill. They can unlock that. It doesn't come automatically. They have to click on a link. They get the link when they sign up as a customer, so they have to do that. And contract flexibility. When market prices go up, you're protected by fixed rates. But when they go down with us, and we haven't seen any other companies doing this, if rates go down, you simply, instead of paying an early termination fee of hundreds of dollars, which is what happens with other providers in the state of Texas, no, we don't have that. We don't charge you that. We have a product change fee of $29.95. So you can actually change to a lower rate with Think Energy by staying with Think for $29 instead of us charging you hundreds of dollars in early termination fees. So the customers can zig and zag and do what they need to do. We tell people, let's take a look at your bill. How to do a savings analysis is pretty simple. It's like, hey, let's take a look at your bill so we can do a savings analysis for you. You're looking for this thing called the average price paid for electricity on the bill. See, the Think Energy rates, the residential rates that we have, they include the base charge, the energy charge, and the TDU. Like our rate that's on the website, when you type in a zip code, has those 3 things in it. It's built in. You compare the average price paid on the electric bill to the Think Energy rate that's on the website and on the EFL, the energy fax label or electricity fax label, whatever it is. With commercial customers, you want to compare the energy charge on the bill to the Think Energy charge, not to the rate that's on the website. You want to be comparing apples to apples with commercial because there's other fees that are in there that are going to be the same across the board. We can't save the money on that. So comparing energy charge to energy charge is the way to go. Now for residential customers, pretty simple right here. There it is right there. Your average price paid for electricity is boom. Now, if you want to know how the numbers work and you're into math and stuff like that, great. You just add up those 3 numbers and divide by the kilowatt hours. Some things you want to consider in the state of Texas. Does the customer have an early termination fee, and what is their contract end date? You can actually set up the contract, you can set up the service in Texas to start up to 45 days out in advance. So they might have their contract end date is 45 days away. You can set them up to start with us 45 days later. So it's seamless. So just know if they help them. If they have an early termination fee, that may be something they need to decide. Is the early termination fee small enough that me switching to Think at a lower rate is better? They might do it. Or you might need to call them back, 45 days before their contract end date to get them signed up then. And also, just know if the customer is on budget billing, because if they're on budget billing, they might have to pay off their budget, what's in their backlog from their budget. They may have to pay that off before they become a customer. And we also do budget billing too. A lot of people in Texas didn't know that, but you can call up a Think Energy customer, can call up Think Energy, and they can go on to budget billing if that's what they want to do. With the home battery program in Texas and coming soon to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Illinois as well, this is a simple and compelling value proposition. We're saving people money on electricity. They're going to get a great rate that they won't be able to get anywhere on the rate boards. They're going to get a free backup power for their home and no cost to install. So very powerful platform. We get paid weekly for customer acquisition bonuses, like every Friday. So it's just like a paycheck. You work this week till Friday, you get paid the following week. Same thing here. And we get promotional bonuses paid out as well, weekly. And then residuals get paid out monthly on the third Friday of the month for residuals and rank advancement bonuses. So you guys, and then you'll also, how you get paid, it's through what's called My Pay Quicker. You receive an email from Pay Quicker and Think Energy. It's My Pay Quicker. You receive an email after you earn your first $15 or more, and you have to set up your Pay Quicker wallet so they're going to deposit the money in your wallet. That's what Think does. And then you can move that money to your bank, or you can use it and, however you want. You get a virtual credit card, debit card. You can get a physical debit card as well. So it's all available there.